Hello, hello, hello. Alright, that should be good. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I just took a stop out on that trade right here. Damn, that deep retracement right here killed me. It's still in play. I still have, my draw being higher. But, damn, pretty unfortunate loss. Yeah, let me just see here. Do you guys hear me well? Can you type in chat if you guys hear me well? Just want to know. What's up? What's up? Echoing? I don't know how to fix that though. Like putting my mic closer to me, I guess. I don't know. Or it's just my room. Yeah, it doesn't want to go up. Let me see here. Let me see the screen right there. I can just let the chat here. And then let this stream right there. Yeah, I just took a loss, I'm not gonna lie, right here inside this range. I tried a long inside this 5-minute fair value gap, and I got stopped out. Fortunately, that's oh shit. Wait, let me do that. Should be better for the stream, I think. Do you guys see me well? My cam was not right. But basically I entered right here and I got stopped out. Which is pretty unfortunate. But man, those long look pretty good. Are there giveaways? There's always gonna be giveaways if we reach a certain like amount. If we get to 100 likes, there's 100% gonna be a giveaway. If we don't have 100 likes, we're most likely not gonna have one. So yeah, pretty much it. Wait, let me see if I can add some beats, some background beat. What is it? Oh, it's too long. Alright, that one's good. Right here. Oh, yes. What's up? What's up, guys? Yeah, so if we want to do if you guys want to do a giveaway, right? If you guys want me to do a giveaway, I need at least 100 likes. Oh, the link is not good. Wait, for real? How? The link here is not good. Oh. Wait, how is that possible? The original link is not good. Can you explain? Like when you click on the link on YouTube or on Twitter? Because if it's on Twitter, then possibly I sent the wrong link. It could be. I could be a dumbass, actually. So right here, because I had to, you know, do a lot of stuff with my PC since I upgraded it. Hopefully you guys see my cam well and everything well. Oh, on X. Yeah, that could be it. Wait, let me see. On this post is good. Let me see if on this post also. On the post where it's live on YouTube in 20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I just did another post, which that should be good. Lo-fi chill, boom. Do you guys hear? That's audio capture right here. That should be good, I think. Like if I... Is the background be good? If not, just tell me. I'll tell me if I should bring it up or down. I was hoping to win a giveaway. Yo, just keep liking. I need 100 likes and then doing a giveaway. Every time it will be this. If we have 100 likes, giveaway. Instantly. Alright? Best 2 streams, just backtesting. Like you are backtesting? Or like me, I'm backtesting. It's pretty aggressive. Hi guys. Music is loud. Just put it a little bit down. here, and I'll put it like right here. That should be good. One hour, like failure swing here is insane. Pretty unfortunate. I mean, your last two streams, first one is that W trade, right? I already, I think I did two live streams, and there was one that I took a live trade. But I will take live trades with y'all guys. Like I have an account just set, you know, to take aggressive plays and you know, be a little bit more aggressive on those kind of opportunities that we see, you know, trading a little bit more order flow scalps and stuff, rather than you know, my full-on framework where, you know, I take like 4 or 5 trades every single 2 weeks. But yeah, guys, if you want a giveaway, keep liking it, keep liking the stream. Like the stream, as soon as we're gonna have 100 people liking the stream, then 100 likes and I'm in for a giveaway. There's 3, bro. First one is that W long, second and third is back this thing. I was not back this thing, it's just there was no opportunities. You know, I cannot force a trade. Like if there's no trades, there's no trades. That's pretty much it. Like if I see something clean, I'm not gonna be scared to take it. But the last few streams, like there was no clean trades. But yeah, I'll take trades, you know. I'll take a few scalps here and there. Yeah, if we have 100 likes, we're gonna do a giveaway. It's always gonna be that 100 likes giveaway. But what do you mean we can see the winners on the last giveaway? Yeah, if you know, I'll do it when I'll host the giveaway. Let's say you can see the names of the people who won last time. Yeah, 100%. But you know, yeah, I'll take more aggressive plays with y'all. Trust me, I'll be in trades. I will not let y'all. I will give you guys some entertainment. Are you live trading on your private Discord? Yeah, I'm live trading on my private Discord. There's right now AM and PM stream every single day. It wasn't like that always. You know, kind of been slower months in the VIP, but right now we're picking it up for summer. Like the approach is totally different. It's not like other VIPs. I just go live when I see a setup, rather than, because my strategy is not just from 9:30 to 11 like most people. You know. My stream just froze. My screen. Any questions like the last time? Anything that we can speak about? What's the theme today? 33 people watching. How are you gonna get to 100 likes? You tell me. You know, you gotta share it. You gotta share the stream, like it, so people have the stream on their For You page. We don't have any clout right now on YouTube. You know, we're I'm a small fish. So you gotta repost it. Let's see on ES, right? I could possibly take a trade on ES right now. Now there's a scalp on ES to take, I'm not gonna lie, guys. There is a scalp on ES to take. 100,000%. Let me take a look at ES here. What time is it? 49. Take a look at ES. More than NQ right now. Right, y'all have NQ to the right, but boom. I already took a loss here today, I'm not gonna lie. On my live account, took a loss. Time flies, man. My first time watching you was 7 months ago. Yeah, that's insane, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, time flies, absolutely. Imagine, like, I started documenting my whole journey in May of 2024, which is crazy. You know, every single month, my journal, every single day, my journal. Posting all my trades. Been a crazy year for real. We could see a potential short on ES. Let's see. We do have time though. Will not enter heavy because I'm already in a heavy loss. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. $40 people, just, you know, keep sharing the live to your mom, to your sister. As soon as we have 100 likes, on God giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway. Alright. Yeah, NQ scammed me, bro. It definitely did. It scammed me from longs. Yo, Joel, how are you doing, brother? Yo, Joel, I miss your TikToks, I'm not gonna lie. I really thought about that, like, yesterday. I was like, damn, I remember back in 2023 when, like, there was a lot of people on TikTok that were documenting their journey, and you was there, and I was like, it was actually nice to see that. You know, you may think that, yeah, I should stop this and that, but it was actually really, really cool to see. Like, from my perspective, I was not even commenting, like, or sharing, or I was liking the videos, but you were on my For You page pretty often, you know, and yeah, that's really something that you should keep doing, in my opinion. The results you post, were they taken on your Discord? I would say, like, a lot of trades that I take are taken live, but there is still some trades that I don't take live. I take on my own. But let's say, like, my Discord knows the strategy, so like 95% of my Discord are in the trade at the same time. But I'm not, you know, even if I have a Discord, I'm not really a fan of like signal services and stuff. Like, that is possibly one of the worst ways to ever, you know, learn, in my opinion. You know, I think the best way to learn is having a small group of, like, really hardworking people that are not looking for signals, and that they're looking, let's say, for, you know, real consistency over the long run, and you grow with them. The bigger you are, you know, the more mainstream you are, the less valuable the information will start to become. Contemplating a return. I just hate the community, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, there's always gonna be hate. You know, always gonna be hate. Always. This community, of course, there is. You could take some heat. You know, a lot of people are gonna hate, or, you know, it's not. Let's say, like, for me, the biggest problem would be to do the same thing. Like, why would I do the same thing as others if I don't want to be seen as this type of guy? You know, that's really the debate. But I think you gotta keep doing what you're doing, and you know, be yourself, and people will just recognize who you are. That's really about it. Like, if you're a good person and, you know, you share stuff every single day, you're transparent, then I don't think people are gonna hate too much. But yeah, Joel, you should. I mean, you really should, because it was nice seeing your journey, especially where you are now. Like, imagine if you kept going. Just ask yourself, like, imagine if I kept going. I started in 2023. You started in 2023. I started last year. You know? And you guys know me, like, I'm not even trying in terms of, like, content. You know, I'm not even on TikTok like that, not on Instagram, not on YouTube. You know, that's why I'm really on Twitter, really. That's where I am. But let's be honest, Twitter has to be one of the worst communities ever. Like, the most toxic, that's for sure. Like, but I mean, you gotta be able to accept the hate. Not even the hate, the ignorance. Of course, bro. The ignorance, like we talked about it, we keep talking about it. The ignorance comes from the fact that there's no barriers to entry. There's a lot of people who are, you know, not supposed to be trading, or just have a completely screwed view on it. Which, you know, sometimes you would ask yourself, do I really want to engage in stuff where, you know, where people are this kind of person, and then you don't want to be seen as them? That's really the debate again. Like, I feel you so much on that comment. So right now, no longs. Damn. Market is tweaking. 15. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad, really, but take a low size, though. $58. That's not a bad entry. I mean, I'm risking 200 to break the high here. I don't think it's a bad trade. I think I'm just late to the party right now. That flip. Let's see if we get the pullback here. I'll just stab longs. I'll stab longs here if I do get the pullback. Not really. It's not really like what I show on YouTube. You guys need to take it with a grain of salt. You know, I'm showing stuff for free, and it's just like, you know, a small framework where you could find some consistency, but it's not the core of what it's all about. You need to find a framework. Your dad is just an entry type, in my opinion. If we do see a pullback right here, I'll be in longs on the pullback here for a $200 play. Alright, so in longs, let's see what it does. Oof, oh my days. Huge open low here. Let's see if we can find buyers. This was an aggressive open low, I'm not gonna lie. That's small scalp though. Really light risk. I'm on 150k, so that's $200. That's nothing. More aggressive play here though. Looks like we're gonna get stopped out if we don't get the reaction right now. This has to be soup or cooked. Yeah. God damn it. So took a loss here. Small loss. 200. Let me see, yes. Oh my days. We got squeezed by ES. 100%. But like 150Ks, I risk like around $1,000 per day. So right here, like could have been a deep retracement, that's for sure. Basically what I want to target is that internal gap here. Bearish gap. If you can find buyers and confirmations, that would be my draw for respecting this bullish order block. We got squeezed by fucking ES, which is insane. ES is driving the market so much. Crazy. Like if you do your analysis on NQ, like like I said, like I have one account, like specially just for the YouTube live stream. So I'll take like multiple like $200 scalps using the same framework. You know, sometimes I'll use my own framework, sometimes I'll use more of the inversion framework, and we'll see. But that's not the way that I trade, like I copy trade on my accounts. Like you cannot take that many trades like that. I think this trade is still in play though. Pretty late though, but you're trying longs. I think longs don't look bad right now. For the internal gap, we flipped on the 15. Which is the timing is off. Timing's a little bit off here. Would have liked to see that push from that order block and that breaker here. We saw super deep retracement, then the SMT formed. Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, Joel. You just gotta promise me that you're back on your TikTok grind. You know, you're gonna be back on your TikTok grind, then we're good. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Another play back along. Another play here to see longs. I don't want to see price going down like more than this gap though. I want to see price like running right now. Good push here. That's gonna be my shorts shoot soon. Good push here. Let's see if we can see some upside right now. Come on, guys. Gotta make sure we find buyers here and we don't flip. We just inverse that 2-minute gap right here after the SMT H1 low. But not bad. I don't want to see price like pulling back too aggressively here though. Best thing is if we rip right now. You see an up close candle. Yeah, Joel, that's a requirement. You have to post for us to do collab streams, then you have to post twice a week on TikTok. Bare minimum. I want to see a rip right now, like the M3 closes just is in 6 seconds. So I don't want to see price pull back up close right here and then straight move to the upside. Straight to those equal highs. By the way, keep liking the stream. We're gonna do a giveaway if we reach 100 people. I think we can even target the 15-minute gap here. At this point, like, I'm break even. You don't want to see price pull back. No chance. Very risk-free trade right now. We just swept an internal high also. It would be unfortunate if it pulls back. Come on, boys. What's the giveaway? Depending on how many likes we have. Like if we have more than 150, you know, I'll make a quick call to Brett and see if we can do a straight to sim funded account. You know, but if it's Mickey Mouse likes, you know, 100, 110, that's gonna be a growth account, not growth. On the flip on the OB, Come on, boys. Yeah, man, we're finding sellers here. It looks like. Looks like we're gonna pull back to the M3 IFVG. If we cannot hold this 1 minute order block. No. I'm late, but I made it. Shout out to you, man. That's what we want to see. You're late to the party, but you know, still show presence. We're most likely gonna get stopped out of break even right here on that, you know, bearish order block formation. Gonna pull back to the M3, and then see a deeper pullback. That's not what we wanted to see, though. Fortunate BE here, but it was a good play. SMT with the H1 low. 2 minute IFVG. Yeah, so we got stopped out right here. What a lame ass play here. Come on. Of course, it could be the reaction that leads to those equal highs getting hit. Sell off. I don't really want to see a sell off. I don't really want to be a seller though, with the bullish action that we're seeing. Yeah, if you enter like right here, you're still good, I think. 87. 85, yeah. I usually like M3 IFVGs, like we usually see a lot of pullbacks in them. But right here, like if we don't hit these equal highs right there on that play, that's not a play that I want to be in anymore. We'll try to catch another fish. But we were part of that accumulation on the 15. Yeah, for me the draw still those highs here on the 15 and possibly this 15-minute bearish gap. Can start holding those inverse. Yeah. When you see those perfect sweeps and then pulls back, it's better to not even engage. I have to post a reel right now. Well, I have to see it first. Yo, what's the best time to post on TikTok? Yo, Joel, do you know it? Can someone tell me what's the best time to post on TikTok? Man, I don't know shit about this algorithm. The only one that I low-key understand is Twitter. And even that sometimes it still surprises me. You're not sure it matters? Yeah. I mean, on YouTube, like, what I saw was that yes, the thumbnail, that's videos I watch also. You see, like, when you have a thumbnail, if your thumbnail does not have a chart, you're cooked. Because, like, YouTube is not going to, like, if you don't have a strong enough base, like a strong enough subscriber base, then if your you know, your thumbnail does not have like a huge chart on it, like a trading view chart, you're not going to do that well. That's what I saw. You know, like most of my videos, there's like videos I posted a thumbnail on, and I literally took it away, then reposted the video, and it did well, which is insane. Yeah, with TikTok, you just need to keep in mind the attention span of people. You know what? Like, the thing is with TikTok, it's like, I think you need a troll. It's like it's not an app where you actually need to try that much in terms of like content, like the quality of your content, like Instagram or YouTube. Like Instagram, I think, is all about, you know, your content being super clean and aesthetic. But on TikTok, it's about being funny. It's like, I see so many people that like are just posting content, selfie content basically, taking videos of them, selfie mode, just yapping about no matter the subject, and they do well. It's all about consistency also. You know, posting every single day. Of course, you're not going to get views for like at least 2-3 months, but if it starts picking up, then you're good. Hello, Harsh. Get the right info with the least amount of, yeah, you have like 1 or 2 seconds to catch the attention of people on TikTok. How many followers do you have on TikTok, Joa? Yeah, series. Yeah, I mean, series are good, that's for sure. 5.8. Damn, nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You privated your vids. Nah. Don't do that. It's up to you though, you know, depending on your goals. But for me, building a community was one of the best things that I've done. I don't regret any second of it. It's hard in the beginning, like getting used to it. Why is YouTube deleting my texts? Maybe you're too funny. You know, maybe you're too funny, VIP. That 4 hour looks like it wants to go. I see some downside. How many likes do we have? 33. Nah, we're so far away from the giveaway. Come on, guys. What is this? Oh, come on. Are y'all serious? Like, what are y'all doing? What did you send? You don't even see it. Like, so fucking unlucky, bro. It's always like that. Doesn't want to send it. It's the timer for TikTok. I trade different than you, but your content and the way you show every win or loss keeps me motivated. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That means a lot. I think too many people have a screwed view on, profitability. For you to be profitable, it just means that you're winning more trades than you lose in a day. Not in a day, in a month, or in a span of a year. So let's say on average, people just try to aim for too big of a percentage amount. For you to be profitable, if you average 3-4% per month, risking 1% of your account on every single trade, you're really profitable. It's just the capital that you have right now is not big enough for you to capitalize on that 3-4%. Just keep doing whatever, keep doing the same thing. You keep trading the same model, and once you're going to have the right amount of capital, depending if you're trading with firms, then it's going to be pretty easy. Are you still trading on your Discord or only on YouTube? Right now I'm trading twice a week on YouTube and doing a recap of the week on YouTube also every Sunday. But I live trade on my Discord also. Do you guys see like a difference in the streaming quality? I want to know, because I upgraded the fuck out of my PC and hopefully it's not all for nothing. Do you guys like see the cam well? Is the stream quality good, or it's the exact same as like 2 days ago? Hopefully. My fault, by the way, I took out the chart for like 1 second. I didn't know. But you know what, Joel? Let's start TikTok journey together, I need someone who's gonna keep me accountable for posting. And I'm gonna keep you accountable for posting on Twitter. Because, man, sometimes you are a ghost. What are you doing, bro? I'm joking. But for real. Plus, you're my twin. Like, you actually look like me, so that's good. Alright, nobody want to respond to my questions? GG's. Stream quality S. Upgraded my PC for no reason. GG's. Like, also, like yesterday, no, I bought the PC parts on Wednesday, alright, and I was supposed to stream. I streamed on that day, and I was supposed to stream on Thursday, 12:30. But then what happened was, like, it was actually crazy. What happened was that I bought a CPU that needed and if you wanted to use that CPU with your old motherboard, then you needed to do an update of your BIOS, alright? But we didn't know that, so we just installed the new CPU. And when we found out that we needed to do the BIOS update for my PC to open, we took out the old chip, the old CPU, and we found out that we broke it. So I broke my old CPU, so I couldn't do the BIOS update. So I paid for nothing at the moment. So I had to go and see someone who had an extra chip. And then another thing happened. All right. So I bought a new graphics card also. But the graphics card that I bought, I don't know how to say it in English, but you know, when you plug it to your motherboard, sometimes it's, I don't know how to call it, but the thing below that you plug it in the motherboard, it was like half of what my old graphics card was. So when I opened my PC, it couldn't find the graphics card in the PC, and then the guy tried everything, so I had to buy a 5060 Ti rather than a 5060. So and then the guy convinced me to buy an SSD because he thought that basically my PC couldn't find the graphics card because of the fact that my PC was too slow because it didn't have any SSDs. So then I bought the SSD and paid for the installation of the SSD. So the guy just closed me. Like, I got robbed yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wanted to upgrade my PC for like $700, but ended up paying double the amount. And then you guys don't even tell me that my stream quality is better. So now I'm cooked. Know what I'm saying? You need to start taking trades every 5 minutes for the dopamine addicts. Yeah, I'll take at least, I think like on the stream, I'll try to take at least one trade. At least, bare minimum. You know, I have other strategies that, you know, are higher frequency. They're going to be less, you know, there's going to be more trades. A little bit lower win rate though. Paper cuts, I call those paper cuts. You're gonna get smoked sometimes on like two trades in a row, 3 trades in a row. But you have to. If I play like I actually play with all my accounts, y'all are gonna start snoozing in front of the chart. Because I play. I'm not gonna say the word, but I am one of the biggest, you know, P words in trading. You know, I don't say trades at all. Like, most of the time, like, I sit on my hands. Four hours gonna flip right now. What time is it? 1:30. Ask questions. The stream's gonna be long if you guys don't ask questions. I'm not gonna lie. 37 likes. Not bad. 60 away. 60 away from the giveaway. Come on. Repost on Twitter. We gotta get more people in. Maybe a random question, but what is the best thing that trading has given you, or what you've bought with trading money? Damn. Good question. If you want me to be completely honest, it's gonna sound crazy to say that because, of course, I bought some, like, I buy few things that are way more expensive than that, but one thing that is super cool is the fact, let's say, that I can eat out whenever the fuck I want. which is crazy when you think about it. Like, it's nothing for a lot of people, but I remember the like, let's say when I was a little bit younger and I wasn't trading, I had this urge of like going out and eating out, at restaurants and stuff. And I was like, as soon as I'm gonna start making money, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna relax on the fact that I'm gonna go to the restaurant pretty often, and have good nights and good moments. And that's one thing, is like you don't even look. I'm not, like, let's say I'm not talking to a point where, to an extent where I have so much cash, but the thing is, you don't really care about going out. That's really about it. That's the best thing in my opinion, because uh, spending time with people that you like, and spending this moment at a dinner and stuff, and you can afford it, that's really good. It's actually a privilege if you think about it. This is not for anyone. It costs a lot of money to go out, and that's the privilege that I think trading gave me, to a certain extent. But that's a good question. Do you know when to enter aggressive or wait for a pullback? Stream looks good. Thank you, casual gamer. I appreciate you for, answering my question. Everyone just did not respond to that question. But when do you know when to enter aggressively and when to wait for a pullback? What are you talking about exactly? What scenario? Are you talking about inversions, or are you talking about let's say another framework? I just want to know exactly so I can answer the question perfectly to the best of my ability, right? Because if it's inversions, I would say the higher the time frame, the more chances you have to see pullback to the gap, since there's more participants that just got squeezed. So there's going to be a bigger impact on the covering. All right, what do I mean by this? Let's say here it was a 5-minute chart. Let's say this was a 5-minute chart. If the next candle closes right there, right? Since we're looking at a 5-minute chart, right here, there's so many sellers that got squeezed. What does that mean? It's a higher time frame than the 1, 2, 3. So most likely you will need to wait for a pullback on the 5, because the percentage of chance of seeing, a cover of those participants, so all the people that went short right here that got squeezed, are gonna, sell an insane amount of shares here, all right, to bring the market down to a certain extent where they went short in the first place. And what are they going to click on if they got the chance to get out of break even? They're going to click on buy. All right, that's really the market auction theory aspect. Every time, like, by the way, I see the market in those ways too. Like, I don't see the market as being one algorithm that was quoted by ICT. Of course not. Do I think it's real? No. Do I think the concepts are working and are actually real? Yes. But is the storyline behind it real? If you truly ask me, no. How to expect a breakaway gap and how can you use it? Would I use in a trade expecting to hold or what? How to expect a breakaway gap is really how you would expect a breakaway gap is how good and how important was the liquidity that you just swept. All right, let's say you're sweeping an internal low right here and your market structure shifting and you're here and there's a, let's say, fair value gap below the breaker. All right, you wouldn't expect, right, let's say this fair value gap to get tapped in because there's the breaker, but in this scenario the liquidity pool that you swept is not strong enough, right? It's not strong enough. So for you to really consider the fact that the gap will not get, tapped in, it would be, a bigger picture play where the buy side or the sell side has actually a huge impact on price. Let's say previous daily highs, previous weekly highs, Asia and London, plus using SMTs so the correlation between ES and NQ. Then you could expect a breakaway gap from a breaker. A breakaway gap is most likely when you have a breaker. So you have a low, a high, a lower low, and then a higher high. So as soon as you see this, if there is a gap below this neckline right here, which is the breaker, all right, this zone right here is the breaker, which is a failed order block, you would anticipate that the breaker would hold and the fair value gap would not get, tapped in, because the breaker is strong enough when you're considering the sell side that just got swept, let's say plus an SMT. That's a whole different framework. You can have so many ways of reading price. Do I really read price that way? Not really. I really like to scalp more. So that's pretty much it. First two things that came into mind was eating whatever and whenever plus traveling. Man, same exact thing. I don't really, of course, you like cars, watches, this, that, but the small things that you do pretty often are the best. Not worrying about, buying dinner to your brother and your sister, or bringing your mom to, breakfast, and not worrying about the money. Those small things just make the difference, in my opinion. After mastering which skill does trading become easier? After mastering which skill does trading become easier? I don't understand that question. Can you repeat it in a way? I don't know if I'm tripping, but after mastering which skill does trading become easier? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you repeat it in a way that it makes sense? Thank you. Are you from Europe? No, I'm from Canada. But, I have an accent, and the accent is because I speak French. I speak French. My first language is French. Then I speak... So I'm born in Algeria, which is a country in Africa, North Africa, close to Morocco. And my first language is like the native people there. So like the first people that were in that nation, I talk their language. And then came to Canada at like 4 years old, like 2 days away from turning 5. Then as soon as I came to Canada, I learned French and English. That's basically it. So small accent. But yeah, a lot of people do tell me that I have like an European accent. A lot of people like have the same accent as me. Sorry, my English not good. Yeah, you're good. My English is not that good too. I got better at English this year because I'm talking to my BIP every single day. Oh my days. What is this? Yeah, that's the news here. Oh my god, hopefully you're not in longs. Yo, who was in longs, bro? I know someone was in longs here, bro. Yo, who was in longs? Don't lie. You have a UK accent? So, I don't think... I think there's some words that the UK accent. I don't really, I cannot really replicate. But I know I have some sort of European accent. I think he means what skill is most important in trading to make it easier. I would say patience. What skill? I would say being able to stay patient and understand that if your approach is simple and repeatable, you're most likely going to be able to respect your rules and be confident in the fact that your system actually works. If it's too complicated and you always have, to take decisions and be right here, right there, and you have a super high RR and price is still in a tight range for months and months, it's gonna be hard. But I think, yeah, like I said, patience, mastering patience would be the best. Look, what is happening? Yeah, the 4 hour is gonna flip. It's flipping. Holy shit, that's a good play here. Yo. That is a good play. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That is definitely not a bad play. Yeah, patience, discipline, exactly. At the end of the day, I'd still like to have a Richard Mille. Of course. But I don't know if I'm that type of guy. Like, I'm such a simple person that I don't even know if I would spend this amount of money on a watch ever in my life, no matter how rich I would be. I think the real blessing that you have when you're starting to get money is giving it back and changing lives. Let's say if you're rich, and you know you can change people's situation, then, giving away $1,000 to multiple families is the best thing that you could ever do. Never done that, but let's say what I do pretty often is that every time like I go to a supermarket or like somewhere where I used to work, I see the guy on the counter. When I pay, I ask if he can give me cash. All right, so I pay like 5. Usually I just give 5, but yeah, I ask for him to take me to take $5 away and give it to me. And as soon as he give it to me, I give it to him. And every time they're shocked because it's not something that people do often. Like just a $5. I remember because I do that because I remember when I was working at the supermarket when I was pretty young. Every time someone would give me a tip out of nowhere, bro, my day was made instantly. Like it could be $2, $5, $10, or my day was made. Just a small compliment to someone. You're like, yo, bro, I like your shirt, or bro, you look good. That type of glazing. That's the type of guy I am. I be glazing all the time. Like I see someone randomly, I'm like, yo. But yeah, giving the money out is possibly the best thing you could do. So I mean, like I think like having a really big house and clean house and stuff, but like you gotta make sure. First thing, you gotta make sure like all your like before buying a Richard Mille, let's say, I would make sure that my parents, my brother, and my sister does not have to work for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? I would rather give that 500K to them, honestly, than buying it on a stupid watch. But a lot of people don't have that mindset because let's say their most important value is not family, which where I'm born, let's say, we have really traditional values. So for me, the most important thing in the world is my family. That's first. So like, you will never catch me. Like, I would never even buy a watch for 10K because I would rather help my dad and give him 10K than buying that stupid watch, you know. Even if it's my work, and I don't see it that way, you know. What's mine is his, you know. Same thing for my brother, my sister. Yeah, exactly, for sure. But like I said, like, it's not even about, let's say, just the family. I would really rather give out 100K to a random ass person than buying a Richard Miller's. But there's so many people, Joel, that, you know, have their parents not retired, plus they have like a Richard Mille, or they have they have a Lamborghini and stuff. But, you know, you can't really blame them. So many people don't have the same view, you know. I really do not judge at all. You don't know why not everyone is raised the same. And not everyone has the same values. So you gotta respect it anyways. But really good thing that we talked about right now. Yeah. I see it too, pretty often also. But you know, some people have different, that's the thing, is like some people, let's say, their parents have different views also. Like when they're 18, their parents wants them to get out of the house, to be, you know, responsible and stuff, etc., etc. That could have some impact on the reason why they wouldn't, you know, give them the world. What's up, Kodak? Yo, Kodak. Bro sent a penguin. Alright, so the 4 hour looks pretty damn bearish, I'm not gonna lie. On the 15-minute chart, like bigger picture play, those shorts look pretty good. I think I'm gonna take like a short on micros. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I really think they look good. Like something that looks like that. One hour market structure shift. Yeah, that's a short stab, 100%. It could be right now too, but I'll let it come back to that breaker. That's what I call a good breaker. Pretty good breaker right here. 30-minute chart, 1 hour chart is flipping back bearish. Sell side generated below us. We're at all-time highs. No, buyers are getting squeezed. That's what I'm looking for right now. This plate, exactly a limit order right here, 1-to-1, letting some room to breathe. What made you really commit to 1-to-1 trading? Prop firms, my brother. The fact that I'm trading prop firms. You know, since I don't want to have too many losses in a row. I have to keep my win rate pretty high, and my my win rate needs to be pretty high, because you don't want to lose too many trades in a row since you have a tight drawdown. That's pretty much it. But yeah, prop firms made me pick that low RR system. Can my system be repeated and repeatable, let's say, by putting your stop loss to break even and letting it ride? Yes, absolutely. The data will be different, but you could, let's say, with my personal system, how I trade with all of my accounts, I could decide tomorrow that, hopping on a live account, that I would never take out my profits at the first TP and always try to predict a full-on distribution. And then, of course, I would either get stopped out to break even a lot or, see more stop outs. But the RR is going to be higher and the potential is going to be better also. Depending on the market conditions, sometimes you see bigger swings and stuff. So yeah. Like the stream. Appreciate you. I am about to take some short. I'm not gonna lie, I'll take short. If we pull back here, like I'm stabbing real shorts, like I'm not even kidding, like real ass shorts, not like joking. Like I'm stabbing real shorts, like possibly on all my accounts. I don't know if we're gonna get it though, that looks pretty aggressive. I wanted to see that 15-minute candle just closing below. A lot of time left still. Let's see. Hopefully we're gonna get the pullback. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, 54 people on the stream. That looks pretty good. Yo, like the stream. 100 at 100 likes, I will host a giveaway. That's promised. Oh shit, we don't even see the background. I bought those LED lights for nothing. GG's. GG's, guys. This would line up with the TGIF, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that looks so good. If we get it, I'm actually going to be happy. That 15-minute gap looks pretty juicy right here. Like this would be the discounted, like premium entry. The best entry for sure. But the trade will look like something like this. 52 handles of stop loss. I'm gonna go micros. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have my second screen on this right here. Boom. Oh shit. Not this one. MQ. Alright, so let's see here, 15-minute chart wise, that would be our entry. How much are we gonna take? Say I sell 4, stop loss right here, take profit right here. I would have to sell 2. I don't want to risk too much, like $200 is gonna be good risk. So I'm putting a sell limit right on that breaker. If we don't get the pullback, then unfortunate. If we do, I'm in for some nice shorts. I think we can get a nice reaction from that. 61 people, come on. I'm gonna stick to the 5-minute chart right here. The 1-minute chart is gonna be quite some adrenaline. But that looks really good. A really good short right here incoming. Do I think the 15-minute gap could be tapped? Of course. So I'm not gonna panic too much if that 15-minute gap get hit. Let me see if we just tapped it. Alright, bet. I'm gonna stick to the 5 right here. What is it? 59. You know what? Fuck it. Pick me up. No. Please, brother. You know what? I'm just gonna enter right here. Have a wider stop. A tighter stop, sorry. That would be the trade. Oh my god, please get me in this trade. Oh my god, I think we might not get picked up here, guys. I think we might not get picked up. We'll see. I'll have my limit order right there. I think we could definitely not get picked up here. This is one hell of a trade, though. I don't think we're going to get picked up with that reaction right here from the gap. We'll see. I'll pray for a bigger picture play. Hopefully we'll find buyers here, shooting us up towards that 15-minute gap. That looks like it's going to be a wick fill going all the way down for that sell side. I was being a dick for a tick here. That's how we call it. You think Malls took this? Bro, he's already in, bro. Malls is already in this trade. This is a good this is a trade that, you know, that I would copy trade on all my accounts. You know, that's how good the trade actually is. Let's see if we can get picked up here, right on that fair value gap. On the push up, I'll stay on the 2. You know what? 2 minute looks pretty damn decent. We're gonna stay patient. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enter one here right now. Right, I'm in. And then I'm gonna enter another one right here back inside the 5-minute gap. That would be better for the RR. So I'm selling another one right here. Boom. And having a wider stop because it could definitely go up more to fill that gap. So my average will be around here. Take profit right there. So that's gonna be my average. Oh, 65 people, come on. Up 13 bucks, come on. Let's go. On a 150k account. Alright. But that's the trade. The trade is incredible. Like, this is close to picture perfect. Structure wise, timing wise, everything that you want. Stab this trade every day. What time is it? 2 p.m. 68 people. Guys, if we have 100 likes, I'm hosting a giveaway. So don't even trip. Everyone needs to like this stream. We're in a position right here, shorts. try to scalp down this internal sell side liquidity. If we go and fill that 15-minute gap, we're going to be into micros. We're already inside that that 15-minute, that 2-minute gap right here. I'm on the 2-minute chart right now. We're in that 2-minute chart, 2-minute fair value gap. If we can push up again, we'll be in another contract on the 15-minute gap / 5-minute breaker block. Extremely overextended right now. I think we go higher. A bear retreat. Yeah, we could definitely go higher right now for a deeper retracement. That's why I have another limit. I just did not want to, be a dick for a tick, because I know the move can start right now. But of course, the 15-minute gap right now is a magnet. Of course, that 5-minute breaker right here also is a magnet. Shorts on gold. Do you trade gold? I don't even trade gold. I never found any consistency trading gold on backtesting. That's why I never tried to trade it, really. The only one I'm comfortable trading is ES and QNYM. That's it. For the others, I don't have what it takes. You ever feel like you would go into I already have a live account. It's just the amount of money you can make with 5 Tradeify accounts is not comparable to how much money I can make with my live account with proper sizing. That's really about it. If you have 5 accounts, 550k accounts, you have $6,000 of drawdown times 5, which in my opinion, it's exactly like having a 30k live account. Plus, if you blow that account, you just blow the activation fee. You don't blow that 30k. We need some Trump news right now. Some nice Trump news. But that's a bigger picture play. I'm not really looking at the I'm on the 2-minute chart right now, for some dopamine, but that's a bigger picture play. That's like a 5-minute / 15-minute play. It's just really based on my bias and the fact that I really trust this breaker and fair value gap to hold. I have like a kind of a sloppier entry, if you want to call it that way. I use one of my models on it. It's more liquidity based. Okay. Yeah, I think on gold, it's about putting yourself in high RR situations, because when you get that move, you get that push, you're right. You could be good for a week with one move. I have specifically installed Truth Social for work purposes because Trump pump. Yeah, those random Trump news. I remember the day he was having Twitter beef with Elon Musk. Bro, Twitter moves the market. And you could take big plays out of a Twitter news. Twitter is more important than a lot of stuff for fundamental analysis, it looks like. Can you go through why you like this trade, please? Yeah, on the 4-hour we look absolutely bearish right now. The market structure shifted to the downside. For a bigger picture play, I think being overextended like this on the higher time frame and us seeing price having a true market structure shift, that's how I call it, could lead us to some buyers getting squeezed and some sellers starting to step in the market. So I like this trade because of the context. The context, I'm shorting off of a true market structure shift high, and that's how I call it. I didn't find consistency on gold. Yeah, I think on gold it's high RR is the move. Scalping is hard on gold. I think if you scalp, it's like reaction plays off of like order flow or like a levels. So you get like, let's say 25 handles, like straight up limit order, boom, and then you get picked up. I need to go, I'm going to my friend's house. Yo, thank you, Holler, bro. Thank you for being, for participating, for being active in my chat. Appreciate you so much. But yeah, I would say like trading wise, there's two approaches to if you want to trade, let's say prop firms. It's either you find your A plus setup, right? Which is, in my opinion, a really good way to think about things. You have one A plus setup in your playbook and you know it outperforms every single setup in your playbook. And you know it and you have the data on it. So then what are you gonna do? You know that high win rate plus having an A plus setup is something that does not happen often. It has a low frequency. Knowing that it has a low frequency, you could just up your size, let's say trade higher size on those A plus setups, but only take A plus, and let's say you would take from 7 to 10 trades a month. But when you're in those trades, you're in pretty much the size of two trades, two normal trades. So then at the end of the month, you can clear either a payout or you blew your account. But not necessarily you blew your account. You could be break even or in slight drawdown, depending on your data for sure. But I think this is a good approach. But you just have to stay patient enough. Because for me, it's hard for me to take a trade that I don't have like an insane amount of data on. Like the trade that I'm taking right now, the framework behind why I take this trade, I've seen it thousands of times. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Like the same exact scenario that I'm looking at the chart right now. Which is insane. But these are the type of trades that I have confidence in. So we did not get the full 200 risk. Price did not want to fill this 15 minute. Price is starting to go down. Would not want to see price, push up again and tap that 15. That would be unfortunate. That would look like the trade we took on the 2-minute inverse off the SMT at the lows. But right here, pretty good push so far. I want to see prices displacing down right now. The first target is the sell side right here. I think we could get it quite a good push through the sell side. That's why I put my limit order right there. But yes, the second target is the 932 low here, which is what some people consider data lows. It's not news, but it's like 930 could be considered as data lows. But yeah. $14. Come on. This trade has been copied to another account. Oh shit, I didn't. Yeah, because when I not resetted my PC, but I upgraded my PC and I put on a SSD in my, in my old PC, so I had to, configure Windows again. So I lost everything, even my OBS and stuff. So I had to redo it again. So I forgot to put my Tradeify accounts, like let's say the current P&L on every account. But I'm down on the day. I'm gonna share it on you on Twitter. I'm down on my A+ setup, which is insane, but you gotta take those losses to the chin. I am down on the day. My Algerian friend, love from Morocco. I appreciate you, man. My brother. Validly trade prop firms or personal? I have a personal, but I don't really trade it. It's just if something wrong happens, then I have a backup, and it's not going to take me like 15 days to get the account set up and stuff. It's gonna take some time. I'm telling you, it's a bigger picture play. It's not a play where it's a quick scalp and you expect a quick reaction. It's gonna take some time. It could pull all the way back up again. Absolutely, it could. Would I want that to happen? No. Can it happen? Like, can price pull back up and resweep that high? Yeah. It could. He took a really good long during the New York Open. Nice. Long's worth the play at around here on that 5-minute chart, 945-ish. If you call it that bullish distribution, you're rich. SMT, perfect sweep with London lows, digging below true open. Depending on your framework, that was possibly an A+ setup for some ICT traders. Is the beat still running? Wait. Yeah, there's like 5 minutes left for the beat too. I'm gonna reset that beat. Yo, this is the most asked question ever. Like, why do you like one-to-ones? I like one-to-ones because I'm trading prop firms. That's really about it. Trading prop firms. So that's why I like them. Now I'm gonna put my stop loss to break even right here. Wait. No. Alright. Took out profits right here. It trimmed off for me, I think. I'm so dumb. But yeah, the trade that I took was right here. Let me go executions. Let's go. I was not in full size. Let's say on a full-on $200. But like I said, I've seen that scenario happen like thousands of times. That's what I call a true market structure shift. We had a failure swing here back on the 15. So that's why I entered my first con right there. That's W's. Can we get W's in the chat? I trimmed without even knowing because I put my stop loss to break even. I wanted to drag the TP, but that's what the trade looked like. So I got out on this candle right here, which means that I got out below the sell side, which is pretty good. So that was the trade right here, around like 100. But that trade was fire though. I wanted to be in with $200 of risk, but you know, didn't quite get the pullback I wanted. So yeah, GG's, WW. 70 people, man, come on. I appreciate you guys, for real. That's insane. That's love right there. How many likes though? 46. Yo, all the people here were like 69, 70. Like, and we're going to do a giveaway. Alright, if we have 100 likes, immediate giveaway. Alright. Thumbnail is gonna be this. Oh my god. $100 win. Come on. So let's say I was in two cons. Let's say price wanted to mitigate that breaker, that true breaker, I call it. I would have trimmed my first con off this low and my second con of this low. You know? But you see, like, the urge that I had to enter here, I knew, like, I know the scenario. If you're not engaging in the trade right here, you're cooked. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, my brother. Also, how do you keep your discipline with 1-to-1? Yeah, I'm tempted to go for higher RR plays, of course. But for me, I'm just focusing on something that I know is repeatable in the long run and that can, you know, do good returns through all market conditions. Through choppy, through, you know, trendy, anything. Good job if you take that. Well, like I said, I saw it coming. The moment you could have added was really here, though. I feel like this was a really good play. Damn. Could have possibly added. I didn't want to be too heavy on this trade because basically, like right now, I'm taking $200 trades when I'm in live with y'all, like trying to take 2-3 trades, but like I'm already down pretty heavy on the day, so like taking those kind of bigger scalps will just put me in a bad situation on my account, so I don't want that. I feel you because I'm going for 1-to-1 since like March and I have like a 70% win rate. Yeah. Just either two things you can do to get better is either lower your RR and try to see what's happening, or lower your contract size. All right. So go from minis to micros, and you'll see how clear-headed you are. Keep liking, guys. Like 48. Come on. We're gonna have beef. 48? Are y'all serious? Price just touched a bullish 15-minute rally gap. Yeah. 100%. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If we do get that 2-minute inverse, that doesn't look bad. For an order flow, scalp back long. Quick scalp though. Would play the profits on this. 1-to-1 RR is the sweet spot for prop firms, I think. You just have to be disciplined enough. Yeah, giving your trades a bigger stop loss, more room to breathe, that makes a difference a lot. Because this market is so volatile, the chances of you being able to predict the exact moment price is going to reverse all the time is low. So it's going to be a 3-minute play, I guess. It has to be. But if we get that, oh, there's a 5. That's lame. That's lame as fuck right here. That's dangerous. Absolutely. I feel like in like January, February, March, even April, we had a lot of breakouts. It was hard to play reversals. But right now, like, we're rejecting lows pretty heavy, rejecting highs pretty heavy. Like, the range bound started in like May. It was really good. Even at the open, you go for a sweep and the lows are... There's less breakouts. But January, the breakouts. If you are a reversal trader in January, you're broke. Do you swing options at all? No, I don't swing. I don't swing. I just day trade. How many likes do we have? 50. That's not bad though. For the first few streams, man, that's not bad. I'm not gonna complain. John liquidity is low up day. I mean, let me see. Yeah, we're seeing that rejection here on the daily. Could be a good play to see, those fair value gaps get filled here on the higher time frame. A nice squeeze that happened. Wow. the job is brutal right now. Some nice Asian lows that we swept right now. Oof. You see, like if you can catch a whole distribution like this, let's say right here my play was a 1-1, but if you can catch a real full-on distribution for a whole hour, you could see an opportunity right here. You see, like basically what I see here is the fact that we have a situation where we have a sell side liquidity, and when we went to sweep it, we were pretty aggressive to the downside, especially on that candle right now. You see that candle? That candle right here is a displacement candle, which means that sellers sold aggressively right here, which moved price down pretty heavily. All right, so then if we can reject the sell side right here, we'll let a gap, and that gap acts as a magnet, you know. So we would want to see price rebalance towards that gap. So let's say here this candle rejects that sell side right here, doesn't close below, and then we take a look at our 1 to 3 minute chart and we see something interesting. It could be a step to the upside back towards the gap that's going to be forming right now. Or let's say this candle could close, right? And then on the next candle, we would see the confirmation. So then boom, that looked weird, but you see what I mean. You know, bam, 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 then inverse. As soon as you close above this zone right here, you step the longs back on the pullback. Right. So, alright. Could try to catch another scalp, possibly. You ever plan on trading Forex? No. The last 3 years of my life were devoted to finding an edge on NQ. So I know how hard it is to find an edge, or just to find a strategy that is backed with years of data. The amount of work you need to put in to even find one is crazy. So definitely not looking to trade Forex. Also, I really think Forex is a pair, let's say Forex pairs are hard to trade because they rely a lot on, since you cannot scalp them that much, since they're not too volatile like a pair like NQ, it makes it harder because you would need to trade on the 15-minute chart, let's say, and be more of a intraday trader rather than a scalper. And if you're not a scalper, then fundamentals will affect you way more. So it's a little bit like gold. It's hard to scalp. It doesn't look as clean on the 1-minute chart, if it makes sense. What time is it? 35. Alright. pretty big gap here. That's a scenario where I don't really like it. Let's say right here we have a swing low, high, and then we broke the low here. All right, but the gap, let's say the swing high right here, the gap is formed super close to that high, so you don't have a lot of, you know, handles for profits. You know, let's say here's the wick, right? So your take profit would be, let's say if you wait for price to disrespect this gap, then your stop loss would be bigger than your take profit. That's 100%, which is not what you want. So let's say if you were waiting for this scenario to happen, then putting a limit order at 50% here would be the play. So you could put your stop loss, let's say right here below the swing low. So you have a TP right there and be at a one-on-one situation. Let's say like this. You see the difference? If you enter right here, just like you're FOMOing and you're in a trade where, you know, your stop loss, you could see your stop loss being hit and the trade still being valid, which I think is the worst possible thing you could do for your psychology. We see that, you know, low that I'm talking about, sell side plus internal gap being formed if we reject, is a really good framework. Not just, you know, tapping the 15-minute gap. Tapping a 15-minute gap is good, but if you use this framework, let's say then you pair it with SMT, pair it with time-based liquidity like Asian low here, pretty good. But right here, you see we don't have any confirmations. Price is heavily bearish. But depending, there's still, on that 15-minute bar, there is still 7 minutes left. So let's say here on the 1-minute chart, we can resweep this low, then see the order flow flip here. That would be good still. Even better, I think. Let's say here, you wouldn't want to long that if we don't sweep this low, but if ES, let's say, swept this low, that would have been a probable long still. So right now, if we disrespect this gap here, I'm not against longing because we have an internal gap formed. So if we look at this right here on the 1-minute chart, that would be respecting the framework. So this gap here tells me where the sellers are, but we have so many orders to fill on that 15-minute that is unfilled. All right. So as you can see, the gap is here. So if we can flip on that candle right here and form this 15-minute gap while rejecting the sell side, that would be a good trade. But right now, that looks like it's pretty aggressive. That could be a 2-minute. I think that's going to be a 2-minute play if we do get it. You know, like scalping unfilled gaps is possibly like is way better in my opinion than just taking the 15-minute gap. 1 minute IFVG. The framework is more solid. because you're using both. That's the thing. Like you're just using an extra confirmation. So right here, let me see, 15, 4, yeah, it would be a 3-minute play. The chances of us seeing it though, pretty slim. We have 4 minutes to see that big push to the upside. So we'll stick to the 3-minute. So the gap on the 15 would be here. The inverse would be there. But that's a pretty good scalping play here. It looks like a GG's. I'm just gonna let that right here again because I caught the shorts on that candle right there. Trim out some profits right here, 1-to-1. How many likes? 52. Come on. That's not bad. Not bad, but not enough for a giveaway. I'm gonna post shorts right now. Way more shorts. As you guys will see after this live, I'll post a short on Twitter and on YouTube also. Yeah, the framework that I had would have worked if we were rejecting the Asian low, but right now we're displacing below it. 2 minutes left right here for that 15, which would have been what's confirming to us that the 15-minute gap has been created, plus rejecting a sell side level. So that idea, that framework doesn't apply to that anymore because we're displacing super aggressively. So of course, let's say you could wait for this candle to close, a new candle to start pushing to the upside and find an inverse to scalp that gap, but it's lower probability than when you reject a higher time frame sell side level like this one. So yeah, 40, what is it, 43, yeah. We started the live when? 12:30, yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate y'all so much, for real, for showing love and being there, man. It means the world to me. I'm gonna be there again on live. It will be Wednesday and Thursday, 12:30 p.m. EST, most likely every week. Plus, make sure you tune into the Sunday calls. All right, I have something pretty big that I'm gonna try to do on Sunday. All right, so it's gonna be either Sunday or Saturday. Just make sure you guys look at my Twitter because I think I could be traveling on Sunday. It could be, but I appreciate you guys so much for showing up. Showing love on the YouTube means the world. And I'm gonna be live every Wednesday, Thursday, 12:30, plus Sundays most of the time. All right, for a weekly recap, backtesting session, and another thing that I'll let you guys know on Twitter soon. All right, so I'm gonna wrap this live up. Again, if you're looking for a firm to trade with, best one, Tradeify, plus you have 35% discount using code AMAS if you want to show love. So appreciate you guys so much. And